So, I'm about to watch Monster Party, that's not even the name of it. I'm about to watch Monster Family, and I'm expecting, I've seen the trailers and stuff because that's all Sky were promoting for a while. I'm expecting not the worst thing ever, but probably the sort of a mediocre sort of movie. The animation won't be too bad, the writing won't be too bad. I'm expecting like maybe 1-2 laughs maybe. And yeah, it definitely won't be the worst thing ever because it looks somewhat competent. Again, it won't be the worst thing ever. It was the worst thing ever. Now many of you may be thinking, Mark, what the fuck is a Monster Family? And I honestly don't blame you for thinking that. Barely anyone I asked has even heard of this movie before. The only reason I know of its existence is because Sky were promoting it so goddamn much.
Only Sky Cinema customers can see Monster Family in their homes on the same day as it's released in cinemas.
I honestly thought it was one of those TV movies for a while, but it turns out it was released in cinemas all over the world, although not too many people were there to witness it. Outside of IMDb and Rotten Tomato scores, I can't find too many reviews on this. On the entirety of YouTube, there's one review of this movie.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a good story, good movie. The animation was fantastic, really, really good.
I was initially hesitant to review this. 1, because I didn't want to watch it, and 2, because I couldn't find a stream of it anywhere on at my local DVD shop. But then something happened. I came into my living room one day and saw it on the TV, and I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing. Monster Family was released March 2nd, 2018, and didn't even gross $13 million. That's extremely low if you couldn't tell. I can't find a budget anywhere, but it definitely didn't turn a profit. Despite the title, the Wishbone family are far from happy. What? I don't know what foreign language you speak where monster and happy mean the same fucking thing. But whatever, let's just get into the movie. If you skip past the bullshit stuff with these minion wannabes, the movie starts in... What? This says the title is Happy Family. So the original plot synopsis was for the original title. I guess they just forgot to take this part out. The movie starts with a lady called Emma heading to her bookstore. Emma's bookstore. When she rings what she thinks is a costume shop, but it turns out to be none other than Dracula.
Who?
Oh come on, you're telling me this 35-looking-year-old woman doesn't know who Dracula is? Wait, how the fuck did she get his number? Dracula takes a liking to her and sends a witch to turn her into a vampire so they can get married.
Finally, there's someone who can understand me and share my life romantically. A vampire wife.
Did you hear that, wife? You should have done your homework.
Emma then starts to give some exposition. She talks about her family. I'll get more into her family later. So a bunch of plot contrivances happen that wind them all up in Halloween costumes and feeling miserable, when the witch turns them all into the costume they were wearing. Wait, but what if the lady wasn't wearing a vampire outfit? Would she still be turned into a vampire? Then why weren't the rest of them turned into vampires? They were just turned into what they were dressed as.
I'm hairy! All over!
So was biting your sister and running on all fours just something you do regularly? So yada yada, the witch tells them that they can turn back once they're happy. There's only one slight problem with this. That's exactly what Dracula wants to make her. It's not like Dracula wants to keep her as a slave or anything. He wants to make her his bride and do his best to make her happy. But then wouldn't that turn her back into a human? Oh yeah, I forgot nobody gave a shit with this movie. After this, the film sort of meanders. They go to the desert and then the writers realize something. We forgot a second act. Oh yeah, I just remembered I'm mad at you. Ah yes, I am also quite mad. And then this bitch just starts screaming at her poor husband. She knows he's been turned into a bumbling retard, but she just starts hitting him and telling him to piss off for doing literally nothing. Then the movie does nothing for a bit, they all defeat the vampire, and then the end. The biggest problem with the story is a lot of little stuff. Random things just come out of nowhere and just leave in a few minutes. Like this Egyptian god or these girls. It just... nothing happens with them. The one positive thing people seem to give this movie is that the animation is amazing. No. Now, while I will agree that in stills the movie looks passable, but in the word animation there's a hidden word you may not have noticed. Motion. And motion, while not the worst thing ever, it's definitely not good. Just really, really generic. Which is a shame, because every once in a while there's a glimpse of some really nice looking animation where they utilise squash and stretch, and I actually see what the animators are going for, but most of the time it's really stilted and everyone looks like a robot. They also reuse what little models they have. These women are the same as in the airport scene, and somehow in the span of a few hours these people go from Italy to Egypt. Now, I could forgive all of this if it wasn't for one really glaring issue. The lip syncing in this movie is some of the worst I've ever seen in a film. I cannot fathom being in a cinema and seeing this on the screen. Not one goddamn word matches with what they're saying.
Smile, then say hi. That's way too complicated. Smile, then say hi. That's way too complicated.
Oh, right, this is originally done in German. Oops, my bad, the animation's excellent, real Pixar fucking quality. So basically your son, Theodore from Alvin and the Chipmunks, is being bullied for some reason. The boy's just giving a speech or whatever and the bully gets really pissed at him for no reason. And then at the end of the movie, the bully just thinks he's cool for no reason. Her daughter is self-conscious about her appearance in the original plot of, I want to get the popular boy to like me. Never seen that before. Her husband is really overworked and sleep deprived, and she's just a huge cunt. She does nothing but complain, and by the end of the movie she likes to pretend that there's been some sort of character development. But no, after they all go their separate ways for no reason, they also forgive each other for no reason immediately. None of the characters even have any noticeable traits, they're all just so boring in one note. Oh yeah, I forgot about that hilarious trait. It made me lol, XD, and a little bit of raffle. Okay, I'm sorry, I just can't get over how big a cunt this woman is. I'd understand if he was like a deadbeat dad who just lounged about and didn't give a shit about his family. But no, he's just worked to death by his boss. Although he wants to spend time with his family, he knows that his job is more important than that.
I want these loan applications by tomorrow.
But I wanted to be home on time today to see my family.
You love your family?
Yeah, of course.
Well then, you might want to avoid getting fired, leaving them with absolutely nothing to eat.
Also, why does every character who supposedly lives in Brooklyn have very British accents? The writing is probably the biggest disaster when it comes to this movie. It feels like a first draft full of inconsistencies and things that are brought up then forgotten about, or things that just straight up don't make any sense.
I've fallen for your lies far too many times.
Lady, calm your tits. When did she ever lie to you? So the reason the family breaks up in the second act is because the mum starts getting pissed at the daughter, who takes major offence to this and runs away. Whatever, it's a fine reason, except for the fact that it's the third time the mum did this in the movie. Here, and only here does the daughter start to go, oh, we can't believe you said that. But you know what? I could forgive all of this. The animation, the characters, the story, as long as it was funny. But it couldn't even give me that. The jokes are all either really unfunny, cringy, or jokes that you've seen 50 times before. I can also start to nitpick at all the little things that just don't make sense. When the woman turns into a vampire, she jumps really high by accident. But when Dracula is holding the blood out of her reach, she can't jump high enough. Just do what you did back there. So the girl at the beginning of the movie got invited to this party of a boy she barely knows. Now let's put this in context of yourself. Let's say you're in her shoes. You've just been turned into a mummy. What do? A. Stay with your family. B. Go to the police to report this. Or C. Go to this boy who you don't even know's house and ask him for help.
You've got to help me.
This lady also saves the witch's life for no reason. She's angry one minute and the next minute she's like,
Take my hand!
Then when they're about to go out to the airport, the mum is told that she may not be able to go out in the sunlight.
You'll burn up. But I've got to get on that plane.
Why are you so willing to do this? You know you have a 50% chance of dying here, yet you go out anyway. Just stick your fucking hand out and see if it hurts or not. Don't just... Oh, problem solved. Some stuff's just really creepy. Like, Theodore, that's your fucking mother. Stop doing that. Okay, at the beginning I exaggerated a bit. It isn't the worst thing ever, you can do a lot worse than this, but still, don't watch it. I can't think of one redeeming quality. Oh wait, yes I can, it's only an hour and a half. But does that hour and a half fucking drag on and on and on? One thing people tell me lots is, so what, it's just a kids movie. Yeah, but kids deserve better. Kids also like Jake Paul, but you all seem to criticize him to no end. When you're a kid, movies and TV shows help shape who you are as a person. I mean, I watched nothing but shit when I was a kid, and now look at me. I'm an autistic Sonic fanboy. Welcome to my Sonic room tour. Mind all this shit. You have no reason to watch this. It's not even funny bad. It's just bad. If you're gonna waste a few hours of your day, spend it on something that's actually worth your time. Like Minion. I fucking love Minion.